Happy Sabbath to everybody. I hope this message finds everybody well. I hope everybody's doing well. It is a 79-degree day in South Florida. 79 degrees. That's some pretty good weather in South Florida. It's not. There's basically no humidity, and I like that part. 79 degrees in the summertime with humidity is very hot. How you doing, Brother Abraham? Hope everything's going well with you up in St. Mary's. Um, I wanted to have an opportunity to say something to you all this morning because the next 5 weeks I probably will be coming on like this beforehand. This afternoon, I'm so excited about the series of lessons that are going to start. Very, very excited about that. Um, somebody says, somebody says it's raining up here. Oh, raining up here. Okay. Wow. Um, Truth be told, I got your message that you left in there. Thank you very much. That's very encouraging. Henry King, how you doing? Sister Linda Jones Vickers, how you doing? Our prayers are continually with you and your family. So this afternoon, 1 o'clock, brothers and sisters, we'll probably try to come on at about 12:45, but no later than 1. This lesson, this series, it's always great to watch it live because Pastor Boy always adds something new. This is Black History Month. It's not a want to make this is the Black History Month is not biblical as far as it's something that you have to do, but it's wise to take advantage of the opportunity because you're going to be getting a lot of information. Kids get a lot of information about school. There's information on billboards. Politicians, as sensitive as they are now, and cultural awareness is on the horizon. This is always a good opportunity to bring in what true history you should be exposed to. So that's what we're going to be doing at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. I'm going down earlier just to make sure that our screens and televisions and when we simulcast that there's no problem. And I'm going to be teaching the elders that are there this week a little bit earlier. So that's one thing that we're going to be doing. Baptism is next week. Next week here in Fort Lauderdale and Hollandale Beach is where we're going to be going at. We got several people that will be coming in from out of town, traveling. And so there is, if you put in Bethel, there's 2 hotels that are closer than that, closer to the church and closer to the beach. That's what I recommend. I'm going to put that information out later for those that will be traveling in. But we're setting up something very nice for those that will be traveling to come in for baptism. Now, it's not a lot of people, but we're just letting people know in case a few others wanted to come in and get baptized. So what's going to happen is we're going to have some refreshments for them because it's the Sabbath. We want to be able to have things already prepared for them. And we're going to prepare quite a bit. That way the elders, usually the elders, the teachers that come, there's always the same 15 people or so that come every week because they're part of the social media or the singers or the musicians, so that when we go live. So that crew, and also we also have like 1 or 2 families that will come in and they do that as well. So that's what we're going to be doing this week, okay? Can you all hear me okay? I hope that you all can hear me okay. I don't know if you can hear me okay. If you can hear me okay, let me know that you're hearing me okay. All right. Sister Tasha Kelly, how you doing? Sister Stephanie McMillan, how you doing? How you doing, Brother Dex T, one of our new moderators? Um, Yeah, so that's what's going to be happening. Yes, I can hear. Okay, okay, because I had gotten a call from my reader, and I didn't know if he was having an issue. So that's what's going to be happening. So baptism is next week Sabbath at 10 o'clock a.m. If those that are in the chat room that are coming, you can after baptism. What we normally do is we go there to the beach, we meet there, we get out of our cars. There's a parking garage within feet to the beach, and we park there, and we go right in, and we're there. We're not there longer than 20 minutes, and because we get straight to business on the baptism, and so we get there. We beat the crowds, beat anybody coming out there. It's just a few people walking on the beach. That's all that it is. And so we get there and do our thing. And, it takes about 2 minutes to baptize each person, or 2 to 3 minutes. And then we do prayer before, prayer afterwards. We get in our cars. There's a little place where you can rinse the salt water off, get in your car, and you go back to your hotel, or you can come to Bethel, where we have very nice bathrooms, and you can change there. We have 2 full bathrooms, and you can, if you had your change of clothing, that's how we do it. I'm only making mention of that for the future in case somebody says, I want to go there and get baptized, whether it's 3, 4, 5 months from now, you know how our setup is. And then from there, we're going to have a little, some lunch for them. And then we're going to let down our screens again for lesson number 2. We'll be able to do this all together. That's why I'm excited about it, because it's just a opportunity for people to see from a biblical perspective the way it's arranged, that the history of the people of the Bible, and you will be blessed. You will be blessed by it. Trust me on that. And then you're going to get some spiritual aspects of the obligation of the people of the Bible and what they are supposed to do. And it kind of makes things a little more comprehensive. Tonight at 8 o'clock, we're going to be doing the special report again. We're going to have some things coming from other outside scholars that we're going to be presenting like we did last week. I can tell you that the response that we had from last week was just phenomenal. It was just the feedback. So we're going to do that every Saturday night for the rest of this month. That's going to be on the table. And that's pretty much it. That's how we're gonna be rolling with this thing. Feast days immediately after the series, the 5-part series, we are going to be going right into the feast days, studying it nightly, just about nightly, brothers and sisters. The weeding into that, I will be teaching without break. So normally we'll be airing Come On In My Room, Balm of Gilead, but because we're going into the feast on those lessons, and nightly, and we have a group of great teachers. This year, they're going to be teaching it the weeks leading into it. So we got Elder Malachi Blake, very, very good teacher. He's going to be teaching 3 weeks, 3 Sabbaths in a row, because we do have other teachers at Bethel. and he's going to be teaching 3 weeks in a row, dealing with the feast, Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We've got Elder Scully, very good teacher, very good teacher. He's going to be teaching 3 weeks leading into one of the feast days. But after Feast of Unleavened Bread and Pentecost, Elder Peter Clark, he's going to be teaching 3 weeks leading into Pentecost and what Pentecost is all about. So I will be coming nightly, but those other teachers that we have at Bethel is going to be doing it on those Sabbaths at 1 o'clock. So you get the exposure to know that there are a lot of teachers, very good teachers. I'm just one person. That's it. I'm just one person. We got some very, very good brothers that are very good teachers, and they can put it on the table. We're just, sometimes people have been camera shy, but Elder Clark, who is camera shy, it's just not his forte. He's going to be ready to be on the camera and teaching live on the Pentecost. And again, every night during the week, just about nightly, I'm going to be doing it. You know how they said, well, every day is holy because we praise the Lord every day. Well, we do too. We're going to be teaching nightly, breaking bread. But we're still going to be here on the Sabbath. So we're looking forward to that. I'm just excited about coming into the new year. When we start our Passover, I'm very excited about it. I know we're still in the midst of COVID, and I know that numbers are varying across the country. There's a new strand out there. Stay prayed up, stay covered, keep those hands washed, do not get relaxed. I have seen more cases at my job than I have seen together. I mean, back to back cases, and whole families catching this thing. And it's just something to not take lightly. You remember when this thing first came out, and it's amazing how YouTube is, that if you don't understand, and if you panic, you don't understand. Do you all remember when the COVID came out and they said, oh, it's 5G. 5G is doing this. It's all because of 5G. You notice that died down, right? These fallacies come and go. Nothing evil can happen in the city unless the Lord have done it. That's who brings these things on. He's in control. Even if he permitted man to create it in a lab, that doesn't change anything. He allowed it. He's in control. And some people say, oh, this is Satan and what they trying to do, one world order. Nothing can happen unless the Lord allows it. Once you come into that resolve, that resolution, that understanding, you're at peace. You're at peace because you know God is in control. When the Lord is in control, you don't worry about nothing else. And so that's what's so awesome about this. Some people walk around and say, those spirits over there, those evil spirits. Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. Evil spirits can do nothing unless it has God's permission. That's why Job, when Satan came at him, he had to get permission to do that. That's why in the scriptures, when it came to Saul, the Lord said he caused an evil spirit to come upon him. So you see, once you are in the realm and in the arms and the safe place of the God of Israel, nothing can touch you. I walk and live and believe that if I catch a common cold, the Lord allowed it. But keep in mind, we're in the flesh, we're in a body that is subject because of Adam's sin. You're going to die of something. Okay, you're going to die of something. If you're blessed, you can live a good age and die in your sleep. I remember My grandfather, when he passed away, he was on the couch. He laid down to take a nap. He told my mother, he said, I want to take a nap. I'm a little tired. She goes in there 3 or 4 hours later and she said, man, my father ain't never took a nap this long. And he passed away in his sleep. That's just how that goes. So let me tell you, you're going to die of something. The steps of a man are ordered and you're numbered. How many steps? So I can just tell you, I said that one time and somebody said, I'm going to stop walking so much so I don't use up all my steps. So listen, brothers and sisters, you're in the realm, you are in the safe haven of the God of Israel. Just live righteously, and you're not worried about that. Whosoever shall love his life shall lose it. So let me tell you something. We live for Christ. That's the only thing we're living for. So that's the order of today. I'm getting here at Bethel, pulling in, getting stuff going, and we were able to provide clothing and food to people today. We had a team that came down as they do the first Sabbath of every month, and they were able to give a continental breakfast. We have a lot of great clothing, shoes of all sorts, clothing, men's, women's, children's. So I'm understanding now that people have gotten wind throughout both counties, and when this opportunity comes, they come, and they are able to get some reprieve in the midst of this virus, where they're able to get clothing, and I'm talking about good stuff. So I want to thank Bethel. I want to thank all of you who are our Bethel family scattered abroad, and that when you send your offering and you allow and help us to do these things, we're able to do it. There's even been people who have called in and they say, Pastor, here's what's going on. Here's the evidence of what's going on. This is happening. And we've examined that and we've helped people. So that's what it's about, brothers and sisters. When it comes to people that are believing and walking in this, we do this. And I thank all of you for what you do by giving your offering and your donations. It means a lot. It goes a lot of places. So thank you so much for what you do. Somebody says, blessings to Bethel. My home church as a child was Bethel Methodist. Wow, listen, that name means the house of God. And he says, my house. This is the house of God, the pillar in the ground of the truth, the house of prayer for all people. That's what the scripture says. So listen, peace and blessings to you all. I'm going to get in here. We're going to set up. I'm going to do some teaching to the elders. This is an opportunity where the elders and the teachers and we get there. If there's anything that we need to expound upon, we do it. This is what we're using this COVID situation time to do. So that if there's something we don't see eye to eye on, and we need further research, this is where we open up that book and we do that. So happy Sabbath to all of you all. Peace and blessings. We'll see you this afternoon at the beginning of this series. You will enjoy yourself. Peace and blessings.